I'm so gonna break it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! It's on! Alright, so today I'm going to try and fix one of my biggest issues with the car, which is the soft top that doesn't exactly work. It's two issues. One, you can see it's ripped. It's pretty bad. And then two, you see this big gap. It physically doesn't reach. And the internet tells me that this is really common, and it's usually because the soft top has been left closed for a while, which I can believe. It does kind of have these like folded wrinkles that look pretty stiff. And it kind of like shrinks in the folded state. And the rip, I can't really fix much, but I want to see if at least I can get it to close, because I haven't been able to drive this car topless much at all. Because whenever I park it anywhere, I'd like to have a roof on it in case there's like birds pooping or potential rain. And I have got caught in a little bit of rain the first few weeks I had this. So that wasn't fun. I want to have the option where at least I can put a top on. So the main solution I saw, apart from a new soft top, which is around $1,200 for the parts and labor to get together, because apparently it's very difficult to do and it's not really worth the time of you trying to do it yourself, is to get like hot or like boiling water and basically dab everything and then apply a lot of force as you do it. So apparently that'll help soften up the whole thing and maybe give it what it needs, and then I can leave it locked for a bit, and that'll help keep it a little bit more stretched. So I'm gonna give that a shot right now, and I'm probably gonna burn myself because I'm gonna be playing with boiling water. Yeah.
So here you can see really how bad this was. There was about a 2 to 3 inch gap that the soft top now needs to stretch to fix.
Got boiling water. I'm still gonna burn myself.
So I wasn't exactly sure the best way to go about this. I got this idea from a YouTube video I watched where a guy fixed a shrunken soft top on an S2K.
Great, I got water in the pot.
So my idea was if I just keep a pot of hot water, and if I can use a towel, I could maybe just dab it over the whole soft top and carefully heat it up. Because I can't just pour hot water in it, because I'll just get a bunch of water inside the car too. So I gave that a shot for a while, and it did seem to make a little bit of a difference. By the end of this clip, you can see that the gap in the front is reduced maybe like ½ an inch. But it didn't really feel that effective because it was so cold outside. It was literally 40 degrees this day the day I decided to do this. And so that heat wasn't really staying for long. So I tried to close it a few times to gauge how much of a difference it made, but there was still a really long way to go. So I tried shifting my approach to using a hairdryer instead to see if that would be more effective. Ideally I'd be using a heat gun, but I don't have one, so I was kind of making do with the best that I had. And the hairdryer did not work at all. It just didn't get hot enough at all, and the top is so huge that by the time you heat a little point, if you move over, that other side, if it's 40 degrees outside, will immediately cool down. So I went back to using the towel, but this time I tried to get a bit more generous with how much water I let just like splash all over the top. And this did seem to help a little. The whole top actually stayed warmer for longer, and you can see how the vapors are coming off from the whole top, not just the side I'm working on. So that was giving me a bit more confidence that might be on the right track.
I'm still gonna break it.
And I think this approach was actually starting to work. There definitely was less of a gap than there was before, and when I tried to just pull it in by hand, I was getting much closer than it had ever gone before.
Oh, so close. I'm so gonna break this. Come on. Ugh.
Since it seemed like the hot water had done its job really well, I shifted to trying to actually close the top. And the best approach that I found was to almost go backwards on my back inside the car so that I could use my body weight to pull that top down, which looked a bit goofy, and I'm sure anyone walking by in the street was probably a bit confused what I was doing. But it did seem to help to use my body weight to try and pull it down. So I kept giving it a shot.
It's like so close. I'm So close. I'm gonna get more hot water. I'm gonna pour the hot water on it, and then I'm going to try and quickly actually pull on it while it's still hot, because I had the brilliant idea, try and warm up and unshrink the soft top while it's 40 degrees outside.
So at this point, you could really see how much more energetic I was getting because the end was actually in sight. I was surprised I was even able to get the top to touch the front now.
A little better. So this time, I'm putting the towel up there so it actually holds the water, and also it's preventing it from dripping, which feels like it's a better way to go. Ah! Whoa! Ah! Definitely better. Come on! Ah, it's not going this way far enough. I mean, see, now it's like... Let me get more water. Oh, I'm feeling it. I feel like I'm getting close. This is not going to be a permanent solution, but I've never seen the soft top close or been able to close.
And so it's finally starting to taste a little hint of success. The latch was finally hitting the other spot where it needed to go, but it just wasn't close enough. So I poured a bunch more hot water and gave another shot.
I don't know how to pull it this way. I mean, I can pull it all the way down. I'm so gonna break it. So close. I can see that people have actually struggled with this because the tip is worn out. Oh man.
But no matter how hard I tried, it just felt like it wouldn't go. It kept hitting the end where it needed to go, but I couldn't get any more leverage to pull it any farther. And adding more hot water didn't really seem to be making more of a difference. And here you can see, literally, I'm talking millimeters, how close I was to getting it to latch.
It's like 2-3 millimeters away from latching.
And then finally...
Ah, shit.
It held for a second.
Hey! Oh my god. Okay, it holds, but it won't let... I got something.
This was huge!
Oh my god. Oh! It's on! It's on! Okay, now for the other side.
I couldn't believe it actually was working!
I did it! Oh my god. It latched. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is not gonna fix it. Like, it's definitely very torn. I've never seen it latched. Wow.
This was pretty amazing.
Oh my god. Like, it's latched. And it's latched over there. Haha. Look at this. This was a pretty cool idea, actually. It held in a lot of heat. Alright, so, wow. That's so weird to actually see the soft top. But it's so torn, though. Oh, this is pretty bad, too. Like, this is, like, almost half an inch to an inch. Yeah, and I bet, like, this is gonna come off very soon, too. Oh, jeez. Maybe I should have, tried taping this before I put it on. Now I don't want to take it off. Now I want to just keep heating it up while it's in the stretched position. What is my hair doing? Okay, ignoring my hair. This is pretty exciting. I didn't really think I'd be able to do this. I didn't think it would work. And, but not having a working soft top was one of the more problematic issues with the car. Because there really weren't any issues with the car except the soft top. And just in general, the fact that it's high mileage. But, so now I'm not gonna put the hard top on for a while. Just so this can get used to sit this clipped on position instead of folded up. Especially because it's cold outside. But I am worried, like, I don't think this is gonna last at all. But that's okay. I'll figure that out.
I was honestly quite amazed that this actually worked. I got so used to this being a broken part of the car that I forgot that it's something that's supposed to work and be functional. So it was crazy to just see it on and see it actually latched.
It's not perfect. Best case scenario, I get the ripped soft top to go on without ripping even more. This is pretty cool. I do kind of want to take it off and see if I can put it back on, but I have a feeling it's not going to go back on without the same amount of effort, and I don't want to do that again right now. But I'm pretty happy. Damn, it's actually looking good with the wheels. So the soft top is pretty dirty, so I'm just going to get some soap, some car soap, and a towel and just kind of clean it up. So even though I put it on, the soft top is actually in bad shape. You can see a little rip there, these weird marks that I thought were dirt, but they're not coming out. Looks like it's actually worn into it as well. Obviously, you know, big ass rip. More of these black marks, especially at these corners where the metal is. And the weird part is this black stuff is disintegrating, whatever that is, on both sides, and it was like it was getting everywhere. I think that's what this is. You can see parts of it there. And you can see a tiny rip, kind of like a bit of a rip forming here across this bar. Same thing here. A couple of small ones here as well. A little small ones here. It's kind of starting to come apart at the corner. You can see that rip is kind of forming here. So maybe I will just get a new soft top. But we'll see how this works when I tape it up. But yeah, it's really couldn't have gone any better. Ow, I just looked into it. So I just took my real first proper drive after I got the new wheels and tires. And then my first drive ever with the soft top on. And I learned a few things. The wheels and tires do seem to actually make a difference, mainly really the tires. There was a lot of turns where I had much more confidence in the grip than I had with the older all-seasons that were on before. Second is that a visor delete is absolutely the way to go because I could actually see traffic light, which was kind of crazy. And then the most important thing that I realized, which I had no clue, was that it's much nicer to drive my car with the soft top instead of the hard top, because the hardtop has all these squeaks and sounds that keep happening on every little bump. You hear so many squeaks that you don't really feel comfortable pushing the car because you're kind of getting all this feedback of like weird noises that don't sound right. So even if you try and ignore it, which is what I have done, I didn't realize that it still affected how confident I felt driving the car hard. And this is dramatic. Driving it with the soft top today, just now, I went on the same roads that I've gone on quite often before. It felt like driving another car. I could drive so much more confidently. It actually felt like a very stable car. So driving with a soft top, I mean, it really felt like another car. So that was actually quite nice, and I think I'm going to try and stick to this. And then fourth thing related to that, without all the hardtop sounds, I was able to drive a little bit more confidently and faster over bumps. And that's when I was really starting to notice the suspension. The Super Miata Tecna coilovers that I put in, they were actually really nice. And I knew this when I put it in, but after I put them in, I was like, this definitely feels nicer. But no, it was like, I took it over some hard bumps, and it really was much more rewarding. With the new coilovers, and the hardtop not making noises in the way, I was really able to enjoy the suspension. And the last thing is that painter's tape is definitely not the way to patch a torn soft top. Who knew? I ideally want to put some Gorilla tape, but halfway through my drive, on a small highway going 60, a little bit of piece of the tape came off, and my roof started squealing like a trumpet. So I feel so much better about the car now. I was driving around yesterday and I should test out the new tires and wheels. I wasn't feeling good about it. It just felt like the car was kind of old. And now I'm realizing it's just all the sounds that the hardtop makes. So if I drive around with the hardtop more, I'm going to do some more research into seeing like where does it tend to make noises and is there anything I can do to fix that. But yeah, I feel so much better with with a semi-working soft top. I don't know if it'll go back on easy if I take it off, so I'm just kind of keeping it on. And then hopefully in like a week or two, I'll get a warmer day that I can keep it outside and let it kind of soften. But yeah, I feel the best about this car I have felt yet. And I'm finally starting to really notice the difference with all the new, with all the money and time I put into upgrades. I guess I wasn't driving the car hard enough to really feel the difference. But now the car feels so much better, stable, lower. The upgrades really do make a difference. So yeah, feels good. I really like this car.
So that was a pretty successful day. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.